Hello everyone, my name is Amy and I enjoy gaming and we are back on the High Isles. I took a moment after the last episode to kind of I got that boss taken care of finally. The For whatever reason it didn't count this dungeon as being complete, so I corrected that and I've gotten a few of the volcanic vents around here completed. I've been sitting at this vent for about 30 minutes. um, so apparently vents will only activate randomly. So there's a chance that, vents can, you know, the same vent can spawn 3 times in a row. Or, there's a chance that you can be waiting for a vent to activate and it never does. So, I don't mind them being random, but I kind of think Bethesda might want to fix, if possible, just put in the code so that way the same vent can't spawn. The same vent can't spawn one after another, and also maybe put a time limit on how long a vent can go without activating. I don't know if that'd be possible this after the expansion has been released, but yeah, it's kind of a downer. Okay, but that aside, we're going to move on with our investigation of the Ascendant Order. So let's get over to this way shrine here. If that vent activates now that I finally walked away, I'll... I'd figure. Oh, sorry, I said Bethesda. Well, ZeniMax, Bethesda, whoever wants to claim. Okay, let's see. Where do we want to go first? Let's go here first because we also have a side quest to turn in here.
Didn't expect to see you again. Don't tell me you found another piece of my map. Faron's dead? I can hardly believe it. That dark elf was a seasoned marine for the Pact once. Guess the wilds are growing more treacherous. Glad you were more fortunate. I'll take that fragment off your hands for a fair sum. This is exactly what I was hoping Faron would find. I didn't expect it would cost her life. That's just how it is out in the Sisters. Fickle as the sea. The map's appreciated. Make good use of the reward before misfortune finds you too. Unless we've got business. I've got no more time to talk. I'm not a rich man, and I got work to do.
Okay. I know I've read that scrap of paper before, but it was still glowing, so I had to check it out again just to be sure.
Ah, you made it. Good. I think I found something. Hey, so I did some skulking around while I was waiting for you. Remember Dockmaster Arnold? The slimy skeever who sold out our ships to the Ascendant Order? Word on the docks is he's here. Sounds like his bosses aren't happy with him either. The Far Dock. It's not a House du Fort ship out there. Assuming Arnold's a prisoner, that's where I'd stash him. If we want to talk to him, we better act now. I don't think the good Dockmaster's long for this world. Normally, House du Fort knights would be all over the place, but I haven't seen a one. Ascendant Order, though. That's a different story. They're guarding the docks between us and that ship. Whoever they paid to get rid of the knights hit the jackpot. Let's just make our way to that ship and see if the Dockmaster is aboard. I'll watch your back. Go get him.
How nice of the Ascendant Order to still be doing work around the docks.
Handle this, right? You got this. I'm here if you need me.
No more, please!
I'll watch the door.
You were at the docks with Lady Arabelle. I thought the Ascended Magus had returned. He didn't need tools to torture me, not with his magic. The pain, the fire, it was inside my skin. Get me out of here, please! You're right. I let the gold blind me. But look, I knew nothing about special cargo, or important passengers, or Amanos, or any of it. Even Lady Arabelle said the ships were just carrying supplies vital for Lord Baccaro's conference. I gave the Ascended Magus a list of names. Folks he could trust to keep quiet. Muscle to collect the goods when the ships ran aground. But it was all a sham. They captured the captains, then gave orders to kill anyone else who washed ashore. Are you serious? He didn't trust me. I never got a real name or saw his face. But he's rich, I can tell you that much. Like nobility rich. Royal rich. You can smell it on them, you know? All the perfumes and soaps and fancy clothes. It's an island to the north. A jungle rock where they send prisoners to disappear. The Magus gave orders to look for someone on Amanos. Whoever he's searching for, he moved his knights from the shallows to there. That's all I know. Cut me free!
So the character trait of Kasmira is she always lets people live regardless of the potential consequences, so he's lucky.
Thank you. I'll find a way to make up for this. I swear it.
Nice work. I wouldn't have been so merciful, but at least we know more than we did. I'll see you back at the manor.
All right, next. Oops. That one's next. Okay.
back, you fetcher!
Now, normally I wouldn't stop to collect, but this is the last bit of wood I need. There we go.
Looks like this is the place. I'll back you up. Hey there, fish. We make it to the spot, and what do you know? There's some kind of cave here, just like the map suggested. By myself? No, I was waiting for you. I wouldn't have even noticed the entrance if I wasn't looking for it. Probably why the Ascendant Order chose it. That's the thing about islands and ships. You can always find the rats.
I just noticed her flower was gone. That's sad.
Not alone you won't. For all we know, the whole damned order is meeting inside. With any luck, I'll get a chance to pound the bastards that wrecked the spearhead. Let's go. They knew everything. Who we were carrying, where we were going. But how?
It's almost like there's a traitor. There's an imposter among us. It's okay. I know I'm not funny.
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant homages.
I recognize that one. He was aboard my ship. These lodestones must be how they targeted us with the storm.
Interesting.
Lady Arabelle was right, damn it. We do have a rat in our company. Now I owe her a bottle of Tamika's dark rum. Someone gave our plans to the Ascendant Order, and they somehow used lodestones to track us and target us with that storm. Not a lot. Lady Arabelle, Lord Baccaro, and some of his top aides, the 3 captains, Duchess Alea and a few nobles, and anyone the Alliance leaders shared it with. If there's one thing I learned about royal courts, they leak like a sinking ship. We met briefly early on. Then we each sailed different indirect routes to get here. I didn't rendezvous with the other ships until we were almost at the archipelago. Anyway, I guess this shows us how the Ascendant Order rewards its agents. Look around. These traders survived the storm and the shipwrecks and returned here just like they were told to. And what do they get for their trouble? A blade to the heart for each of them. Come on. Let's get out of here and tell Lady Arabelle.
Surprise metal.
Alright, and the last one, we're going to use the Way Shrine to get to. Okay. I don't think it really matters which one we use. Let's use this one.
The grove sings of its suffering. Something terrible happened here.
You can hear it? Incredible. Ah, there you are. Hello, my friend. You're just in time. I met Ravana here just as she was starting to look into an arcane disturbance. It can't be a coincidence we're so close to one of the Ascendant Order sites marked on the Duchess's map. We're not sure yet. Based on everything that Lady Arabelle has told me, it's conceivable that the Ascendant Magus could be responsible for the disturbance here. Ravana is trying to locate its source. We could use your help. Ravana's ritual is somewhat involved, and I'd like to help her prepare. Can you gather some reagents that we'll need? She requires 3 blooming song flowers and an azure torchbug before we can begin. Blooming song flowers grow in the copse of trees just north of here. You'll know them by their distinct blue and purple petals. As for the torchbug, Ravana told me they congregate near the lake at the heart of the grove. They are quite beautiful.
Ah yes, look at all of the gathered torch bugs.
Off with you, twit!
Oh, I saw one. Yep, there it is.
Let's see. The flowers are in good condition, and the torch bug is alive and well. You treated nature with deep respect, and you have my thanks. Perhaps the grove will repay us in kind. Let's begin. All things are connected. Spirits of nature reside in the swaying trees, the blooming flowers, the glittering torch bugs. It can be difficult to hear their songs, even for those of us who listen. But it's there. Can you hear it? The grove is in pain, projecting a sorrow that's felt by everything nearby. This ritual will ask the rocks and the trees and the insects to simply share what they know, to lead us to the source of this disturbance. There, we might find answers. I perform the ritual, and we see where this trail leads. Stand back. This will only take a moment. Bones of the earth, spirits of the wild, sing unto your servants. Lead us to the source of your pain.
Look! The spirits have sent their messengers. Oh, how beautiful.
Follow the torch bugs, friend. They will lead you to the source of the disturbance.
You know, if I had a dime every time I was told to follow a torch bug, I'd have 2 dimes, which isn't a lot, but it's strange that it's happened twice. I'm pretty sure I've been told to follow torch bugs more than twice in this game, but you know. Here I was, trying to respect nature.
An old druid circle. Here? How did I not know of this?
Errant magicka still lingers. A powerful spell was cast here. Let's look around.
That stone possessed ancient energy, but more akin to Valesia's magic than mine. A fire burns deep beneath High Isle. The druids of old channeled its power, a dangerous temptation.
A cracked staff? That can occur when the caster can't contain the magic they attempt to wield. An enchanted lodestone, a cracked staff, and a smoking fissure. All left behind in a place once used by the ancient druids of the island. Curious. Well, the staff is obviously connected to Breton magecraft. Definitely not the implement of a druid. A cracked staff is a bad sign. Whatever they were trying to do here, they probably didn't get the result they were hoping for. I've used such stones before. They help focus magicka over a distance. They come in pairs, you see, forming a sympathetic link between 2 points. So this spell, whatever it was aimed at a point outside this circle. Whoever cast this ritual obviously attempted to tap into the deep magic of High Isle. The power beneath the surface here is very seductive. But, as I am sure Ravana would tell you, using it and controlling it are not the same thing. Not with certainty, but I can make an educated guess. If the Ascendant Magus used this site to summon the storm that wrecked the Alliance ships, then obviously he lost control. The result wasn't what he expected, and now the Order is scrambling. Take the item back to Mandrake Manor, my friend. I can do a more thorough examination there. Ravana, if you'll allow me, I believe I can help you dispel the lingering disturbance.
My circle and I thank you, Valesia.
Curiouser and curiouser. All right, here we go.
See what happened. An
Here we go.
earthquake destroyed the Colossus of Gonfalon while the nobles were having a party.
Heard you were the one who saved the king's life. Thank you.
There you are, my dear. I was beginning to worry. Tell me everything. What did you find at the sites marked on Alea's map? Traitors? This confirms our suspicions. But lodestones are powerful arcane focuses. What else did you discover, dear? Lodestones on the ships and at the ritual site? That must be how the Ascendant Magus targeted the ships with his storm. Remarkable. But was the storm meant to delay the ships, or give the Order the opportunity to capture the Alliance leaders? So the Ascendant Magus isn't infallible. That's good to know. And the evidence we've uncovered up to this point tells us the Order believes the Alliance leaders are still alive. They're actively hunting for them. We must find them first. Amanos. I suppose it's possible the leaders washed on to that God's forsaken island. While I determine our best approach to that place, I need you to go to Shipwreck Shoals and aid Captain Suzo. I received an urgent message right before you arrived. The shoals are a graveyard, the final rest for vessels that met an unfortunate end in the straits between High Isle and Amanos. Go and help Captain Suzo, dear. He made it sound quite urgent. I sent Suzo and Zaji to search along the northern shores for signs of their wrecked ships or the Alliance leaders. Suzo's message was short but direct. He found something and needed help. You're the first to return, so you get the job. You'll need to take a small boat from the north shore of the island. There's usually one on the beach west of the default shipyards. Shipwreck Shoals is on the northern coast, just west of the default shipyards.
Tired of walking anyway.
Ah. Well, let's see. We'll just ride there. It's fine. So, not during the last episode, but the one before that, I managed to hit 1,000 hours in ESO. And yeah, I don't know what that says about me. That's not even the most hours I have in a single game. I think that honor still goes to Dragon Age Origins. Wait. I was following the diamond and not the and not the quest marker. Goes to show what I'm used to doing. Well?
Ifra's power trembles. Someone has disturbed the balance. It's going to blow. I'll try to contain it, but I can't do it alone. It's happening! Look out! Please, help me contain. The eruption is causing a chain reaction. I need you to hold back these infernal monsters while I seal the fissures.
It's not the vent I needed, but you know what? It's fine.
Don't let them reach the vents.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
Spirit of the earth, help repair these vents. Great work, Ifra.
Whoops.
all hope is lost. Well done. Now's our chance. I have sealed the fissure for good. Great work. But questions still remain. I shall return to my order and report all that has happened
So,
until we meet again.
I feel like they could have done a better job with the outline of this. Just, you know, it took me a moment to realize that that was supposed to be a person. Just saying.
They're coming for us.
Okay.
When I got to the shoals and saw all those sea elf pirates and hadalids, I quickly sent a message to Lady Arabelle requesting assistance. But I was able to sneak over here, and that is when I spotted her. The sea has returned her back to me. My ship, the Kamal's Bane. Oh, I thought I lost her forever. She washed ashore on the shoals, thank the Hist. It took me some time to reach this spot without being detected, but now that you're here, we can see what remains of my vessel. She will never sail again, but at least it will be good to see her one last time. And perhaps we can find some indication of what happened to my passenger, Prince Ernskar of Windhelm. You check the hull, and I will search among the wreckage. Be careful.
Stay back. I can still fight.
Isleen! Friend, this is my bosun. There is none finer.
Captain! Sankain, it's you. I didn't think anyone would come for me. But if you're with the captain, please. It's Prince Ernskar. We have to help him. I'd be dead if it wasn't for the prince. Not exactly. After that strange storm swept in and the ship hit the rocks, we were struggling to get to the small boats. A wave hit me and I thought that was the end. But Prince Ernskar lifted me up, tossed me in the boat and shoved it away. The Kamal's Bane started to break apart. The storm pushed us into the straits and the current was dragging most of the ship toward Amanos. I stayed in the small boat as long as I could. Then I leaped into this piece of the wreckage and landed here. The last I saw, he was alive and clinging to the part of the ship floating toward Amanos. Even through the storm, I could hear others in the water, but the winds were sending the wreckage in all directions. You need to go find Prince Ernskar.
Return to the manor. Lady Arabelle must know of this. I'll return as soon as Isleen can travel.
Okay, we're gonna be quick about this. And just travel to my home.
Friend, Lady Arabelle is waiting for you upstairs.
Another one of my favorite associates, back safe and sound. And were you successful? Did Captain Suzo find anything important at the shoals? Well, that corroborates what the dockmaster told you. If Prince Ernskar is still alive and made it to Amanos, perhaps the other Alliance leaders did as well. Of course, that doesn't mean they're safe. Only a small part of the island is hospitable, and Amanos Station is barely that. The rest of the island is an untamed jungle full of deadly plants, wild creatures, and gangs of prisoners. Not exactly a stroll in the park. House Menard controls Amanos, but they restrict their oversight to Amanos Station and the prison stockade. They leave the jungle to the prisoners. Either the royals washed ashore in the jungle, or the Menards are keeping their arrival secret. Soon, my dear. First, prepare yourself while I finish making the needed arrangements. We'll head to Amanos in due time. For now, remember all we have learned thanks to your efforts. Take this as payment. You more than earned every gold piece. I hoped that by investigating the Ascendant Order, we'd uncover a clue as to how to find the missing Alliance leaders. Now we have it on good authority that they may be on Amanos. From the cookpot to the campfire, as my great-aunt Ailes used to say. It's just a saying, dear. As you're still on retainer, I'd like you to spearhead our rescue efforts. Jakan will go with you to the island, then you'll split up to search for the royals. It's risky, but there's a lot of ground to cover. Aboard a prison ship. They sail for Amanos regularly from the Dufort docks. We'll be contracting the services of a Captain Basrush. She's a dear friend. Jakan and I will meet you there after I finish briefing Captain Colleen and the others. While you head to the Dufort docks, I'll discuss our plan with the Alliance captains. We'll need them for this to succeed. Captain Basrush will get you to the island safely. I know for a fact she can't refuse a purse full of gold. Captains Colleen, Suzo, and Zaji have been procuring ships just for that purpose. The waters around Amanos are treacherous, but I have faith in their skills. I wish I could send more agents to help you, but I prefer to keep a low profile. For the same reason you're traveling by prison ship, so as not to alarm House Menard. We still don't know the extent of their involvement, or if they're making their own play against Emmerich and the others. Anything else, dear, or can we get moving? Oh, Basrush is delightful. You'll get along with her smashingly. We met when she was a smuggler operating along the Sentinel coast. Now she runs under a charter from House Menard, ferrying prisoners and supplies to Amanos Station. Goodness, no. It served as a haven for pirates and smugglers once, before the Empire decided it was a perfect place to dump its undesirables. Political prisoners, prisoners of war, rival nobles. Emmerich continues the practice to the current day.
Oh, so it's Breton, Australia.
The entire archipelago sits atop the bones of an ancient volcano. Sheer cliffs, jagged reefs, and dangerous currents make Amanos a perfect site for a prison. The only safe landing on the isle is the dock at Amanos Station. I suppose you can call it that. It serves the nearby prison stockade, though the worst offenders are banished to the jungle. The Empire used to send prisoners to Amanos, and it still is a dumping ground for people the authorities want to disappear. They do something to the prisoners. They call it processing. Once that occurs, they can only survive in the Amanos jungle. They go anywhere else, they die. At least that's what they tell them. So yes, the jungle belongs to the prison gangs. It's a closely guarded secret, I'm afraid. When prisoners are selected for banishment, they undergo some sort of magical or alchemical treatment. After that, they can only survive in the jungle. Is it true? Does it matter? The prisoners believe it. House Menard runs the prison stockade for the Daggerfall Crown. They profit off the prisoner exchanges, the mines in the jungle, other prisoner labor. And they maintain Amanos Station, the only true civilization on the entire island.
Wait, what? The prison island? Shouldn't I get a say in this?
Oh, I know you can't stand to be left out of the action. Think of the stories you can tell of your daring escape.
Well, that's true. I guess I'm easy to read.
Like a book, dear.
Oh, Sashi.
Lady Arabelle wants us to be ready. We're going to Amanos to rescue Queen Irene. And Casca too, Saji hopes. This one's fur sheds with worry at the thought of his friend and first mate lost on that prison island. She must be. Anything else is too painful to contemplate. But Saji knows Casca is still alive. She is far too stubborn to let the ocean take her, and she would do anything to keep the Queen safe. Still, lost in a jungle with violent criminals.
All right, let's see.
Sorry, Lady Arabelle. I couldn't find any of the volumes on your list at my last port.
No time for books today, my darling. My friend has a favor to ask, so play nicely.
Good health to you, Wayfarer. I'm the captain of the Shackled Guar. Now tell me, what grand adventure has Lady Arabelle drafted you into, and what does it have to do with me? Talk fast, Mainlander. I sail for Amanos on the tide. Oh? And I suppose she's offering her usual pouch of gold and the promise of an evening's company at her manor? She does know the way to this sailor's heart. If that's your port of call, who am I to argue? Just know the dangers before you step aboard my ship. If they process you in the stockade, you'll never leave Amanos alive. If you head into the jungle, beware the beasts and the gangs of banished. The gangs of prisoners who band together to survive in the jungle, they're all bad, but the green serpents are the worst. Here, for you and the pretty boy. Disguises. Put them on and try to look appropriately forlorn as you go aboard my ship. You need disguises because you want to travel aboard a prison ship, and because you want to avoid notice when we reach Amanos. So, disguises. You'll look like just two more poor bastards bound for the prison island, guaranteed. You know the lady. She picks up strays wherever she goes, helps with her work, and she enjoys the company. The first time we met, she was supposed to arrest me for smuggling. Instead, she turned me into an operative and we broke a much larger ring. Oh, the lady has her ways. And I could never say no to a pouch full of gold and a pretty face. Say, your face is pretty. Maybe if you survive and make it off Amanos, you can call on me. Just ask around the docks. Everyone knows Old Bass Rush. The Shackled Guar is just down the pier. Move, you dirty prisoners!
You get them there, you old sea dog, and I'll get them out.
I'll do my job, Arabelle. And remember, I like pomegranate wine with my salted mutton.
Inside, prisoner. Move!
Stranger, those stockade ruffians hauled away my husband. Can you help me? You're actually stopping to help? Everyone else ignored me or looked at me as though I were insane. My husband and I, we were here at Amanos Station on business. Then the jailers grabbed poor Valentine and dragged him away. Into their damn prison stockade. And it won't be long before they finish processing him. Then they'll banish poor Valentine into the jungle and I'll never see my beloved again. Help me save my husband, stranger. I'll pay you handsomely. Please. On the prison island of Amanos? Hardly. Besides, there's no time. Here, take this bottle of Dufort Red. It's a rare vintage that Jailer Omdil absolutely adores. Give him that and he'll let you inside. Then find my Valentine and get him out of there. Here, I'll mark a location on your map. There's a spot out in the jungle where we can meet. I'll have us away off this cursed island by the time you collect Valentine and get there. Just give Jailer Omdil the wine, get inside, and find my husband. I do my research. Everyone in town says Jailer Omdil loves wine. They also say he's willing to look the other way in exchange for a free bottle every now and again. He guards the back way into the stockade, which is perfect for your purposes. Nothing illegal, if that's what you're asking. Well, nothing overtly illegal. We were watching the ships come and go, looking for a suitable crew and cargo we could take advantage of. We're thieves, all right. Maybe the jailers recognized Valentine. Look, I may have exaggerated my distress when we met, but everything I told you is true. They grabbed Valentine for no reason, and if we don't get him out, he'll be lost forever. It's not just the dangerous currents that make Amanos a prison. They do something when they process the prisoners. Magic or alchemy, I don't know the details. But anyone banished to the jungle, they can't survive anywhere but on this accursed rock. It's a perfect prison, and totally inhumane. Amanos Station is the only safe place on this damn rock. It consists of a port, a town, the prison stockade, and the jailer's keep. The rest of the island is a dangerous jungle, full of ferocious beasts. And I don't just mean the prisoners. The jungle's as bad as the darkest pit of oblivion. Wild beasts, monsters, and banished marauders roam freely. Valentine wouldn't last 2 shakes of a guar's stubby tail out there. And if they process him, he'll be trapped until something kills him. I don't know. It depends. Some prisoners undergo processing within days. Others get to remain in the stockade indefinitely, as a reward for some service or another. The jailers call them trusties. I'd use a different word. There's no need. Getting to Amanos isn't hard. Getting off the island? That's another matter. Besides, between the gangs, the creatures, and whatever the jailers do to process the prisoners, only the toughest survive. And they have nowhere to go.
You're not supposed to be on this side of the stockade fence, prisoner. Get back inside or there'll be consequences. Have you lost your senses? Why in the name of Rupka's starry britches do you want to go inside? There's nothing but murderers, cut purses, and thieves in there. They'll eat you alive. Is that... It is! A rare du Fort Red! My favorite! Alright, take this outfit. Wear it, and the jailers will think you're a trustee and leave you alone. Oh, but watch out for any jailers carrying a torch. They can spot a disguise in a sandstorm. As for finding a thief, I'd check the head jailer's office in the keep if I were you. You want to see if the thief you're looking for has been processed yet or not. The head jailer keeps a ledger with that information. Put on that trusty outfit before you head inside. If you get caught, we never had this conversation. Understand? Good. Depends on your intentions. If you just want a word or two with the thief, the head jailer keeps records of which prisoners are in the stockade and which have been sent to the jungle. On the other hand, processing means a lot more if you're planning a rescue. But I don't want to know nothing about that. If the thief has been processed, then he's already been banished. Or he's about to be. And once that happens, there's no leaving this island. What? Do I look like some fancy robe from the Mages Guild? The process is magical, I think. Or maybe alchemical. Anyway, a processed prisoner can only survive in the wilds of Amanos. If you can call living in that jungle surviving. Now, go away.
Where's the outfit?
Taking the chasm was necessary, but by the soul of Tuwaka, I would prefer never to have to fight over ground like that again.
Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, I guess this counts. Yep.
Tries to sell this one skooma. This one will kill them instantly.
You don't belong here, do you, little mouse? Come and tell Gar Willith all about it. You may be able to fool the less attentive jailers and inmates of this place, but not me. Don't worry, I won't reveal your secret. As long as you tell me why you're here, of course. Valentine, Valentine. Yeah, maybe I know such a person. You seem the courageous sort. Let's make a trade. Help me get revenge on another inmate, and I'll point you in the right direction to find... what's his name? Oh, nothing violent. A trustee named Yavara likes to make camp on the platform over there. All I need you to do is steal something from a jailer and place it in her bedroll. Simple as dirt. Do me this favor, and I'll tell you where to find Valentine. Not just any prisoner, Yavara. That viper used something I found to earn her status as a trustee. I should be the one getting 3 meals a day, a spot on the platform, and a guarantee I won't be processed. Help me teach her a lesson, and I'll help you. No need to get violent about it, fine. I helped Valentine sneak out of the stockade and into the caldera just before you got here. Said he needed to check something past the big tree and near where the waterfall plunges down. Now leave me be.
Damn, the legend was right. I do need 3 keys. Oh, hello. If you're one of those horrid prisoners come to rob me, I'm afraid my current situation has left me quite destitute. But come to think of it, if you'd be willing to help me out, I can promise you a sizable chunk of gold. What'd he say? Marcel? Why would she do that? She knew my plan was to get arrested and steal the Daybreak gem. I let those jailers grab me on purpose. Well, at least it sounds like she has a better exit strategy than I devised. From the prison? Whatever gave you that idea? No, I needed to get into the prison to examine a book I knew was inside the jailer's keep. Secrets of Amanos, a rare tome full of secrets I require to access the old vault. The one where the Daybreak gem is stored. Pay attention, my friend, I didn't think I was going too fast. The old vault was built and forgotten years ago, but with the information from that book, I finally know how to open it. Will you help me? I hoped the legend was wrong, that I'd only need the one key I already have, but alas, it requires 3 keys to open the vault. And now I know where to find them. Help me survive the jungle and acquire the other keys, and I'll pay you handsomely. Brilliant! According to the book, the keys were hidden separately, one in the southern jungle, the other in the west. Here, I'll mark your map with the location specified. Have you heard the legend of the hidden vault? It's quite fascinating. It's remarkable. The legend of the Sisters. Famaza, Finami, and Farah, a trio of pirates who amassed untold treasure from their raids along High Rock's coast. According to the story, they chose Amanos as the site to build their hidden vault. Well, this was before Amanos Station and the prison stockade. The sisters built their vault and hid their treasure. While the vault was under construction, Famaza fell in love with a local named Altinway. That's when everything started to fall apart. Altinway convinced Famaza to betray her sister so they could keep the treasure for themselves. Her sisters learned of the plan and hid their keys before any confrontation could occur. You see, all 3 keys were needed to open the vault. Nothing good. The sisters died fighting each other, leaving Altinway with 1 key and the secret of the vault. He bragged of it in a tavern, which is how the legend got started. He met his end searching the jungle for the other 2 keys. Right behind this rocky cliffside. The locks are hidden in the boulder I was examining. Ingenious design, but it definitely requires all 3 keys. You know, I was hoping the legend was wrong about that. Oh well. A lot of research went into determining which rare book mentioned the keys, then more to find out there was a copy in the prison. After I obtained Famaza's key from a far too trusting descendant, I came here. Anyway, we'll soon have the other keys. Dangerous? Sure, but nothing you can't handle. We haven't been processed yet, so we can come and go from the jungle as we please. Just make sure none of the jailers notice. They usually don't pay much attention outside the stockade, though. This isn't just any gem. The Daybreak gem has a rich history, and it's part of a different legend. I'll let you in on another secret. With the Daybreak gem, I can find an even more legendary vault that contains an even greater treasure. Precisely. Now you see why I was willing to risk banishment to obtain the Daybreak gem. I'm just glad Marcel found you and sent you to help. She really is a terrific partner. Now, let's go get those keys.
Follow the rules, and you won't lose your status as a trustee.
Rules? Following the
Through
rules
this
got me
gate
tossed
lies
in
the
this
jungle
stockade
of
in the first
Amanos.
place.
Your home for the rest of your miserable life.
This one knows she can never leave the jungle. But sometimes, slipping through that gate is so tempting.
Let's see. Let's go for this one first.
There. If I were a key, I'd hide up there. This must be the place. Look around for a key while I keep watch.
Ooh.
Is that the last of them? Oh, thank feck. Back, you betcha!
Hey, friend, down here. So a natural. One key down, one to go.
Get these awful creatures away from me! Don't get any of them on me!
Oh, it's you!
You saved me. Those crabs were going to touch my legs with their disgusting shells.
Oh, not who I thought you were.
Another one? No! Not another crab!
Oh. Oh.
I think I'm getting good at this. Oh, I probably shouldn't be proud of that.
Oh, look, this vent's active. Ah.
Well done. Now's our chance. I have sealed the fissure for good. Great work.
Oh, well.
But questions still remain. I shall return to my order and report all that has happened. Until we meet again.
A stone structure. The key must be in there. Oh, what does that plaque say?
Wait, is this serious? Is this one going again? Yeah, it is. Look at that. The exact kind of scenario I mentioned earlier.
I hope you're watching. Reaction. I need you to hold fast these infernal monsters while I seal the fissures. You cannot let them reach the fissures. They'll accelerate them. Great work, but questions still remain. I shall return to my order and report all that has happened. Until we meet again.
Neat. Okay. Alright, so gotta read a tablet.
Plinths. Must be these low pedestals over here. There's a shawl on one already, so we just need to find a sacred leaf and the traitor's coal.
What is she thinking? No one gets off this island.
Get the feeling I'll come back for that one. In fact, let's do this.
Well, that's a leaf and a chunk of coal. Start with the leaf. Place it on the plinth closest to the center of the island. That seems right. Now, place the coal. That did it. The door appears clear. Well done. Now we have all 3 keys. Let's return to the vault and see if we can open it.
This one knows she can never leave the jungle. But sometimes slipping through that gate is so tempting.
Through this gate lies the jungle of Ambrose. Your home for the rest of your miserable lives.
Please, I'm innocent, I tell you. Don't send me into the jungle.
Too late for that. We've all been processed. If we don't banish you into the jungle, you'll die.
Let's insert our keys. Hopefully we don't have to turn them all at the same time. Look at that. Amazing! Let's head inside. Come, friends. The treasure awaits.
Put them to sleep and throw them in the cage. Remember, the boss said not to hurt them.
Wake up, my darling. And thanks for opening the vault. You always did have a way with locks and keys.
Marcel, what are you doing in that cage?
Poor Valentine. As confused as ever. You're in the cage, my dear. I'm stealing the treasure. You don't look as surprised as my darling husband. But I do want to thank you for helping him open this vault for me. Makes stealing the treasure out from under him ever so much easier. You say lie, I say slight fabrication. Let's just agree to disagree. But otherwise, yes. I always plan for the long game. Share? Real thieves don't share, my sweet. Everything we do is selfish and self-serving. Valentine knows that. It's part of the code. The treasure is mine. All of it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have minions to command and a vault to rob. Ta-ta. All right, my minions, gather up the treasure and let's get out of here. This is never going to end, is it?
Isn't she a marvel? Well, we need our own escape route. Here, grab my hammer and chisel and find us a way out of here. Knock on the walls with the hammer and chisel and look for a weak spot. Volcanic tunnels riddle these islands. There's bound to be one nearby. Sounds solid. Knock in another spot. Nope, too solid. Look for a large crack or something. That hammer and chisel is the key to our escape, my friend. I always carry around the proper tools. You never know what might come in handy.
Where were you hiding these that they weren't taken from you?
You simply don't understand, my friend. Marcel and I are thieves. This is what thieves do. That doesn't change the fact that we love each other. We just love treasure and the competition a little bit more. But have no fear. We've got a chisel. Find a weak spot and knock on the wall. You'd be surprised what you can do with a good hammer and chisel. I'd do it, but I'm more about the strategy and tactics than the physical labor. Not really built for that sort of thing, you know. That sounds promising. And that's why I carry a hammer and chisel. Now, let's get out of here. Now that we're free, we can finish what we started. You assume Marcel knows about the Daybreak Gem, but I never mentioned it when I told her the legend of the vault. I always hold back a secret or two. Marcel has no idea that the big, non-precious gem is really the key to a larger treasure. Ah, my trusty hammer and chisel. Saved my ass on more than one occasion. Now, let's go find that gem and get to the extraction point before Marcel. If we hurry, we can still turn the tide on the love of my life. There's our exit. I'll set up this ladder while you find the gem. Check the lockboxes that Marcel left behind. It has to be in one of them. That's definitely the Daybreak Gem, my friend. Look how it refuses to glisten. Now, up the ladder and let's get out of here. We're out! Now, let's get to that extraction point Marcel told you about. I'll meet you at the extraction point, my friend. Climb, my friend, climb! We did it, my friend. Look, we beat my wife to the extraction point. Smashing!
Valentine? How did you...
You constantly underestimate me, oh love of my life. Here, let me just cut these ropes for you.
Damn you, Valentine. Didn't think you had it in you. But I will see you soon, my love. Count on it.
Always, my love. Always. Marcel is angry with me, but she'll get over it. These competitions keep our blood hot, if you catch my meaning. While she finds another way out of the jungle, we slip away on the next ship departing Amano Station. Now, about my gem. Ah, and a beautiful specimen it is. Marcel never understands the importance of legends, and that's why we bested her this day. Anyway, I never would have succeeded without your assistance. Take this, with my compliments. One of these days, I'll figure out where I need to take the Daybreak gem. Then the treasure of the Daybreak monks will be mine. Perhaps I'll reach out to you, my friend. You're quite handy to have around when the going gets troublesome. Oh, not a clue. I'm still in the information gathering stage of the heist. Legends require a lot of research and study to fully uncover. But one day, I will need to hide the gem, though. I don't want Marcel to get too curious when she gets back. You think so? I suppose. We do have a healthy competitive streak, but it adds spice to our marriage. We really do love each other. Well, first I need to get off this damn island, then that research I mentioned, and some relaxation. Always good to take time, especially after a successful heist. I also want to plan something nice for when Marcel gets home. Something romantic. Most certainly. I learned a long time ago that some fine wine, a box of sweets, and a little romance take the edge off. Help soothe Marcel's murderous impulses after I win one of our competitions. That's the secret to a happy marriage, my friend.
Okay, I enjoy those two.
Until next time, my friend.
I do hope they make a comeback. Now then, where does this exit lead? Okay, it goes to Amino Station. Okay, neat. Whee!
Over here. Like my new outfit? What better way to search Amino Station than disguised as a jailer, huh? I'll see what I can learn about our missing royals here in the stockade and around town. You headed the jungle. From what I already heard, you need to hurry. Before I engaged in 2 of my 3 favorite activities, eavesdropping and thievery, I heard the jailers talking about a bounty placed by the Green Serpent's prison gang. They're offering a reward for 3 nobles that washed ashore in the jungle. What else could it be? Do you know of any other noble-born people who were lost at sea in the area? So head north and go through the big gate. That's your way into the jungle. Meanwhile, I'll see whether or not House Mornard is involved in all this. First, find the leaders. If you can't do that, find the serpents. One of them is bound to know something. I hear they have a camp northeast of the jungle gate. And take this flare. The 3 captains are circling the island, waiting for your signal. Try not to let anything in the scary jungle kill you. Just head north, go through the gate, and head north some more. I hear there's a Green Serpent camp out that way. Hey, you got this! I mean, you probably got this. If anyone's got this, it's you. Ooh, that's hurtful. And here I thought we were friends. But let me think. Oh, there's a coin fort on the far side of the island. Steer clear of that unless you run out of other options. It's controlled by the serpents, and they're stone-cold killers. I haven't seen any signs of the Order here on Aminos. Yet. But there must be a connection, right? How else would the serpents know about the Alliance leaders if the Ascendant Order didn't tip them off? And I'll start digging around out here. Oh, and if you were wondering, I'll hop a ship back to High Isle when I'm finished. Easy enough out here in Amino Station, as long as you don't look like one of the prisoners. After you secure the royals, find a clear beach and fire that flare.
You think the serpents were telling the truth? Freedom, if we find the lost nobles?
You know the Kaishiti's saying.
If it sounds too good, it probably is.
Okay.
I don't care what you say. I'm heading into the jungle.
Don't be stupid, Russ. You're safer here
Oh,
in the
excuse
stockade.
me.
I am a good hunter. Freedom or death?
Look at here. New meat. You've got big ears, new meat. But if you must know, word around this stockade is that the Green Serpents are offering a way off this rock. Something about friends in high places. You just need to find a trio of nobles supposedly wandering the jungle. What gave it away? The fact that no one gets off this rock? Or that the serpents have friends in high places? Or maybe how ridiculous it is to imagine nobles lost in the jungle. I'll tell you what I told Rosa. Going into the jungle is crazy.
Okay. Got a little kitty visitor. This is the Cuddlebug. The cat from the last episode is Meryl, my oldest. She's 11 years old. And the youngest one is about 7 months old. That's Meownir. He has decided that it's cuddle time. Maybe. Okay, he's left. I guess he couldn't get comfortable. Now then, let's see. Let's first exit the prison.
Follow the rules, and you won't lose your status as a trustee.
Through this gate lies the jungle of Amnos. Your home for the rest of your miserable
This one knows
lives.
she can never leave the jungle. But sometimes, slipping through that gate is so tempting.
Let's ride!
I saw a thieves' trove. And a treasure chest. Nice. The thing seems to be stuck in the sneaking position. I'm sure that's fine. All right, let's see.
That was a bit of a warm-up.
Oh, there's another treasure chest up there. Let's see. No, can't go that way. Well, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Alright, dude, what's your deal?
No one gets off this island. Did you see that ridiculous Breton running around collecting trash? Called herself Luna Jolvain. She's building a raft to take her to Whalefall. In all my years as a prisoner on Amanos, I've never seen someone get away. She'll get torn apart. Her partner, Anton, was selected for that game one of the jailers plays. He hunts prisoners for sport on that island. She doesn't think he'll last. I've heard the prize for survival is your freedom, so maybe she just doesn't want to be alone. I guess those two aren't the fighting type. Luna said they ended up here for swindling. If you want a laugh, look for her on the western coast. Maybe she's built her trash raft by now. She might even offer you something to help her. So, you plan to help the Breton, eh? Saving that Anton of hers will be tough. Make sure that any gold she gives you is real. Can't trust a swindler. Oh, and if you see her, say hello for me. And good luck crossing that water. So many years, yes. I know every tree and rock. I've seen every type of person arrive on Amanos, thinking they can outsmart it. And do you know what I've learned? There's no way off. They all died trying. Ugh, I'm so tired of telling that story. The first thing anyone asks on a prison island is always, how did I get here? I'm more than the crime I committed a lifetime ago. Anyway, I turned an entire Breton town into skeletons. Not a big deal. I said I'm tired of talking about it. Breton town, I show up, skeevers, then Amanos. That's all you really need to know. Back when I arrived, the Amanos jailers used it as a training ground. It's a nice, isolated place to learn about subduing prisoners. Sometime after they processed me, I was banished to the jungle. Rumors started about a game on the island. I don't know much to tell. No one I've ever met has ever come back to talk about it. Prisoners get recruited from Amanos Station with the promised reward of freedom. If you survive their hunt, you win. Survive for how long, though, they don't say. Other than her delusions of escape. She must be new. I've never seen her before now. And I make it my business to know everyone in the Amanos jungle. She's a swindler, someone good at tricking people into giving away gold. Be careful with her.
I don't know if I should take advice of be careful with her from someone who turned an entire town into skeevers. Man, there's a lot of backpacks. Backpacks are always worthwhile for looting because there might be recipes in them. So, usually if I get a chance, I'll loot those.
Anton, you better be alive to make these splinters worth it. I lost a brother to Captain Blackheart and his murderous crew.
Nope, nope, nope.
Thank you for serving.
God damn it.
Anton, you better be alive to make these splinters worth it.
There we go.
If you came to judge my raft too, I don't want to hear it.
I only need to get to Whalefall and back. I know the waters are dangerous, but my partner Anton got selected for the game there. He's not the type who can survive it. Just the rumors I've heard in the stockade. No one knows which jailer runs the game. If he chooses you, then it's off to Whalefall. You get set loose, and he hunts you down. Apparently he promises freedom if you survive, but I doubt that. The two of us work together to convince people to give us their gold. We're not really the fighting types. I can't see Anton lasting too long alone against hunters. How about you come with me? I need an escort, and I'll give you the coin I have. So, here's my plan. We ride the raft over to Whalefall, find Anton, then leave. Now that I've said that out loud, I see it's not much of a plan, but it's what I got. I'd like to get a move on, though. My partner is clever, but not especially tough. It's that small island to the west of here. Not sure where the name comes from. I imagine something to do with whales. Jailers play a game there with prisoners from the stockade. They let you loose, and then send hunters after you. So they told us, but I've spent my entire life around criminals, thugs, and related scum, and never once have I met someone who said they got set free from Whalefall. You'd think I'd have run into someone if it were true. I love the man like a brother, but Anton can sometimes act flashier than he should. He likes to show off his sleight of hand skills. After we got thrown in the stockade, Anton decided to make friends with a jailer. Olivia was her name. Anton was playing her, of course. I don't even think he wanted something from her. Just a way to pass the time. But she actually fell for the old charmer. Once she saw the ruse, Anton's name ends up on the list for Whalefall. Slipping in and out of the stockade isn't that difficult, and they don't really seem to mind if the prisoners wander off into the jungle. As soon as the jailer dragged Anton away, I knew he wouldn't last. I left the stockade to go after him. Made it with my own two hands. Quite proud of it. I knew I'd never survive the swim, so I scavenged anything that floats. The tides around here tear everything to shreds, so I had plenty of debris to choose from. I just hope it holds together. Oh, like I said, he and I are the swindlers. A little distraction over here, and suddenly your purse is gone. Nothing too bad, you know? But it's not like anyone here on Amanos is the innocent type. Seems we marked the wrong target this time. Some noble in High Rock, Lord Featherbuns or whatever. They're all the same to me. We tried the old pig in a poke on him. Was going fine until his servant called for an appraiser. He was upset to hear the ancient magic orb was a painted goose egg. There was some hue and cry, then finally they caught us. Not the first time Anton and I got arrested, but I guess the Lord wanted to make an example. He shipped us to Amanos as a message. Don't mess with even the stupid nobles, it says.
Okay, now we can sail.
How about that? The raft worked. Let's move inland and look for Anton. Look there. Something's posted on that wooden pillar. At least the game has rules. Let's talk before going deeper. Now we have a name for the person in charge. Jailer Manic. I don't remember seeing him at Amanos Station. Sounds like he enjoys his work, though. I sure did. A couple names I even recognized. Wealthy merchants, both of them. Who would be a guest of a place like this? Well, voluntarily. Standing around in the open is no good. Where should we start looking for Anton? Yeah, I noticed that too. Let's head there. We can't just wander the island calling his name. At least this gives us a direction. Anton knows enough to hide, but I doubt he'd last long. Usually he's the one people notice while I lift their gold. Anton's on the run for his life. He may have left signs of where he went. As we search deeper within, we should look for anything that points in his direction. In the meantime, that winner's stage to the north seems like a good place to start. Only rumors. Some told me all the prisoners brought here have to fight each other. The jailers promise the last one standing will go free. But they bring people over all the time, so no one ever wins. I also heard a stranger story. I met a dark elf in the stockade who claimed to have once served a fancy Breton family. After I gave him half my bread, he told me that his master often mentioned going on hunting trips to Whalefall. Maybe the game at Whalefall isn't for the prisoners. Maybe it's for rich highborn monsters to hunt down desperate people. When you have enough gold, you can do pretty much whatever you want. I should have asked before. You can handle yourself in a fight.
I have arrows enough for the likes of you.
I'm sure you can. Anton isn't sentimental, but he respects tradition. He wouldn't leave his family pendant behind.
Oh, good. I was getting bored.
Yeah, you know, you can't have an an Elder Scrolls game with some variation of the most dangerous game, I guess. Now, how do I... Ah.
Your blood.
I really don't like your odds.
Looks like Anton tried to defend himself with that old knife of his. Anton has worn the same shirt since we came to Amanos. That's a scrap of it. I see him on that platform.
It seems that my dear friend Luna brought me a savior, and I can see why. Someone that's as brave and strong as you makes the perfect choice. Those hunters might return at any moment. Please, kindly unbind me so we can flee. Ah, the natural result of my poor survival skills. Though I cannot imagine why you believe now is the proper moment for that story. Release the bindings, please. Once we're safe, I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Accept your fate.
Done. You make it this far, but I'll end this game myself.
That should fetch a fair fetching price.
Can you keep up, Anton?
I could outrace you with my legs tied together.
Put up a good fight. I paid for this.
good enough for you?
To the grave with you!
I see the shore. We're almost to the raft.
Where on Amanos did you possibly find a raft? Just one more time you had to get me out of a jam, huh?
Don't forget that I'm keeping track. Well, so much for my raft. All that work collecting trash for only 2 trips. But we saved Anton, and that's all I really wanted. Sure, I hope we could escape to High Isle, but this'll have to do. Thank you for keeping both of us safe. We find a way to make a life on this island. From what I've heard, finding a way off is nearly impossible. Here's the payment I promised. I guess we'll probably run into each other again sometime. Amanos isn't that big, and we're all stuck here.
Yeah.
Now that we're free from Amanos Station, Anton and I can do as we please. We weren't officially processed, so I guess we've gone rogue. Wouldn't be the first time. Maybe I'll start building another raft. Sure, the jungle is full of criminals, but they're not actively hunting us like on Whalefall. Well, some of them aren't anyway. Maybe we'll meet others who just want to survive. Seems likely. Hopefully Anton doesn't try to steal from them.
And we got ourselves a boss. Just need to be able to discover it. Oh. Well, got a couple of people waiting in the wings, so... Oh dear. Okay. Oh dear. What? Alright, one down. Nice. All right, we're making good progress. Well, maybe not as far as the main quest is concerned, but, you know, all the other stuff that we got going on. We should be able to get there, maybe? Oh, no. Let's see. Would it be easier? Yeah. Let's port here. I'm not going to try and find a path around the mountains and stuff when I can just port. Okay, this way. Nice. Oh, and another treasure chest.
Sister, we can't just threaten everyone into becoming druids. We need these good folks to appreciate the woods, not fear them.
You fool. No one appreciates the forest on their own. I know these merchants. They'll take all they can and leave the land a husk.
Enthralling debate. Hey, I know you.
No Oblan. No idea where to start. Excellent. You? I hoped it was Oblan approaching, but you make a welcome sight. How strange to meet again on such a dangerous island. I could use your help again. Some pirate stole the Prowler. Have you seen Oblan? We split up to search for our ship. Good question. Many people desired the Prowler due to her speed and beauty. When we came ashore for supplies, I told my crew to keep watch. I hope they're safe. Until we find her, Oblan and I are stranded. And we have important places to be. Oblan is as resourceful as he is crusty. I bet he left some way for me to find him. I could use a second set of eyes to search along Skulltooth Coast. Help me find Oblan and the Prowler. I have a few valuables on my ship that could be yours. Even if we do find the Prowler, I won't take off without Oblan. A captain never leaves a sailor behind. When we split up, he took a northwest path to the beach. We'll start there. Look for any sign of where he went. Oh, the usual. Just picking up supplies for our journey to the Somerset Isles. Nothing really notable at all. The usual kind. Ropes, hammers, crabs. No, I shouldn't lie to someone who offers me help. But also, I can't tell you the truth. All I will admit is sometimes the Prowler takes items where they aren't supposed to go. We often use this beach as a transfer station for these items. Not many people can sail here, which makes it perfect for hiding. So, When hired for such a job, we make the pickup here, away from prying eyes. Amanos has earned a reputation for destroying most ships that approach it. The water here stays forever angry, and the shore's rocks chew through most hulls. The name Skulltooth Coast is rightfully earned. Unless one is a brilliant captain. That marking on the rock face. It could be one of Oblan's smuggler marks. Take a look. Haha! Oblan left us a trail. This symbol means he went north.
You lead. To run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
I think this is east. Yes, he went east, I'm sure.
Don't mind me. Wait. Sorry, I lost track of what direction. Should we? We're right here. Okay, it is in the boat. Maybe. Aha.
Don't like your odds.
Okay, we'll go talk with Oblin now. Oh dear.
Oh, this is very embarrassing. I'm sure it's painfully obvious at this point that you found me in this predicament. Perhaps you could help me out of it? Where is that Breton? He said he'd be right back.
Another intruder, eh? You come for my nets? My buckets? Speak quickly! And don't you go telling tales. Me and the lads, we'll know. They lost their ship? How'd they do that? Not as if it's a set of loose keys or a wayward dog. Doesn't matter. What matters is the food that cat stole from me. The lads and I might be able to help find this ship, but not before you get me some tack. A week's worth might seem like a day's worth to fat-fingered damned folk like you, but I'm frugal. I make things last. I'll free the cat if you snatch up some victuals from the shore. I won't risk another run-in with those damn fish elves.
Oh, did it not count my persuade?
What does this stuff do again?
It's kindle pitch, and it's highly explosive. Make sure you don't drop any.
You take me for a clumsy fool. I won't drop
Idiot! I told you kindle pitch is highly explosive.
Ah. Oh. Okay.
There you are. It's about time. The lads were making bets on whether you'd come back or not. I put half a potato on you. Looks like old Adwig's a few potatoes richer. Ha! You hear that, Donald? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Now, how about it? Find what I asked for? That you did, that you did. Thank you. Your friend Jimla here's got a silver tongue. Talked me into cutting down her quartermaster before he passed out. He's still passed out, though, for a bit. It was that boom what woke him up. What was that? Ha ha! You hear that, lads? Fish elves blasted themselves to bits! To oblivion with a lot of them, I say! Ha! Of course, their crewmates might have found some more. Dangerous stuff. That's troubling. Why don't you talk to Jimla? I need to think. Well, what are you still standing here for? I've got, thinking to do. Oh, for 8's sake, Donald, I know. You'll have your supper in a moment. Never satisfied this lot.
We're done gathering flotsam for the stinky Breton now, yes? We have Oblan back. But now there's the matter of getting off this rock. Adwig was telling us about a pirate cove to the north. Apparently it's crawling with sea elves, but if the prowler is still anchored here, that's where it will be. You and I should go. The others can meet up with us once Oblan recovers. Adwig promised not to hang Oblan upside down again, so there's that at least. He seems anxious to leave Amenos, and also anxious to stay. Difficult to say. I think he will help us, though. Once they're ready, they'll find us near the cove. Ah, there's the entrance to the cove. Just remember, friend, sea elves, buckets of them. We should try to keep things quiet.
I'm still here. Thanks for asking. Lucky fetcher. I only ever seem to find musty grain and spuds.
You switch!
These slaves have really made themselves at home. No sailor worth her salt would stay on land this long.
Let's see.
Need any kindle pitch? Nothing better for raising a town.
Well, I guess that gives us an idea of what their plan is. Okay. Getting some lag. Hopefully I'm not about to be booted. Okay, there we go. Nope, okay. Oh dear. Okay, well, let's see if we can keep going. Oh, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Well. No, my internet's fine. Well, I guess that is a good stopping point. So, we will resume this tomorrow, and I'll see you all then.